What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link in the description box below. Also, they told me to put it up. I put it up. They asked me to put it up, and I put it up. Donate if you want. But this video is entitled Another Student Assaults a Teacher. Another student disrespects teacher, whatever. So some of y'all probably saw they had this picture of this girl that looks like a dude, because some people thought it was a boy, but it's a girl who punched this teacher in Maryland, in Baltimore, in the face after allegedly she came back from cancer to come back to teach, and this disturbs me. So I'm going to talk about it in various different ways. First and foremost, this is a problem because you see more and more teenagers and students who are of this ideology that they can say whatever and do whatever, and nothing can be done to them. See, I'm mad, so because I'm a teenager and I'm mad, or I'm a kid and you're an adult and I'm mad, I can get out of line with you. And I could get in your face and I can cuss you out and I can call you all types of names and I can disrespect you and I can put my hands on you, and not a big deal. What's only a big deal is if you as an adult respond. Now, that's a problem. I'm gonna tell you why it's a problem. Because, you wind up in a situation where I've noticed these kids do this stuff in school. See, people don't want to ask the question, well, when they get out of school and they're at the grocery store, or they're at the mall, or they're at the park, or they're, just in Walmart, whatever, they're in a restaurant. Are they acting like this? They're not. They're not. Because you're not going to Wingstop and a teenager gonna get in your face. You gonna get out of the way so I can order my food. You're not getting that because those kids know instantly this ain't school and I'm not protected. I better watch my mouth before I don't have teeth. So that's one of the major problems with that right there, where you protect these kids and they know you're protecting them. Because they think, for some odd reason, they can manipulate the system. Now I gotta get on the schools and the school system and parents and single parents also with this collectively. See, what happened was you guys catered to women so much. Female teachers, female headed households, family court judgments where you agreed that men and fathers were bad influences and bad guys, to the point that you created this monster. Because you feel like, if I could talk to these boys and girls, I'm just like a mother figure to them and they'll bow down to me. And these kids kept growing and they realized my mama can't do nothing with me. You can't do nothing with me. And see, dad wasn't allowed in school. Dad got to sign in and be locked out, and you got to call the police on him. So basically, what a lot of y'all teachers are locked in with these bad kids that y'all help create with using family courts in the school system. So now you're sitting here locked in with a Frankenstein that you actually created. But y'all don't think about that. This is why on one end they arrested the black senior citizen teacher for beating the brakes off of that little Hispanic kid in California. And in Baltimore, it seems like, what's really going to happen to that little girl for punching a grown black woman in the face? See, it's not just the race, but the race has something to do with it, but it's also the gender and sexuality, if you really want to go into that. Because how many times have we seen videos of girls in particular getting in the face of other boy students like this, and then getting handled, and then they rushing to grab the boy? How many times have we seen kids try to bully another kid, right, on camera, and it was cute and everybody thought it was fun, and then the bully gets handled, but then everybody says he's got issues. He has this is the problem right here. When it goes to those school shootings, and the school shootings are predominantly like white kids, every now and then an Asian kid or something like that. But what happens? It's very easy for these kids to blend in and just walk into school with rifles and guns. And you're like, how did they even walk in? Because they walking in with tactical gear. Because people forget, their kids walking, just like, what is it? What are they doing? What are they wearing? It's because partially it's this feminine mindset that, oh, he's a boy, he's a child. You see, he's walking in here with an AR-15. He's not going to do anything because I'm going to tell him, you need to stop it, Jimmy. Put that gun down. Listen to your pseudo mom. Like, you idiots. But this is a situation that you guys created, and people say, well, where's the fathers? See, I talked about this before, and I even wrote part of this in my book where I said, society is going to start turning and vilifying these single mothers because everybody knows the system that gets used to try to push fathers not necessarily just out of the home, but out of the parenting relationship with their child, to make sure stuff like this doesn't happen. Because you're not really going to see kids with fathers pulling these stunts because they know, you out here starting fights with teachers? Oh, okay, no problem. See you when you get home. No problem. I got everything covered. No problem. I got you. See, this is only stuff that they do. This is the only type of behavior that they have with mothers. So, and people, what about their fathers? Sometimes a lot of times those are not fathers, those are stepfathers who are in a situation where, that's my baby. You not their daddy. I'm not, you can't tell them nothing. That's the same. That's what they get from the mama, and that's what they get from the kid. And then you ain't my daddy speech, and then, can you give me $20 to go to the movies, sir? That. But that little chick need her head knocked off, and this is the other part about that situation. I was raised in the old school way. You grown enough to run your mouth like an adult. You grown enough to act like you're an adult. Then you grown enough to get dealt with like an adult. All this back and forth. No. This is the problem because this little girl has no concept of, I'm pretty sure if she knows that teacher, which I'm sure she does, she knew that teacher was sick and came back. See, that's what's not being talked about. Like some of these kids are preying on people because they think they're weak. They're praying that lady was sick. The other teacher was old. See, you're not gonna see. You don't see this. I'm preying on the teacher who's 35 who, you know, who look like they might knock my teeth out. You're not going to see that. As a matter of fact, you see the opposite. Because I remember at my particular high school, one of the guys came back to be a teacher and a coach, and he had to break up a fight in the cafeteria, and it basically got him fired because this little girl was out of line, and he basically had to physically check her. But, you know, but she was, oh my God, she's a girl, she's a woman. I don't want to hear that. And I'm sorry, I don't want to hear that. Same thing with the kid that was talking to the old teacher in California. Oh, he's a child. Don't nobody want to hear that. No, because this is the problem that a lot of y'all having. Like I had a video talking about my experiences in my own yard with a teenage kid who was out of line, hopping the fence at all hours of the day and night. And what was it? It was the women. Why would you do that to a child? This is why these kids out here acting buck wild, because y'all are stupid. See, you teach these kids to lie. You teach these kids to not respect boundaries. You teach these kids to not respect authority. You send these kids out in public and you cover them for being idiots because you're an idiot. And then when people deal with them like as such, everybody else got the problem. No, you got the problem. You know, nobody has to deal with your little badass kid, you know, being bad because you a jackass as a parent. And going back to where are the fathers, because I know that's going to come up again. Here's the problem. You can't bring, like at this particular point in society, you can't even bring that up. I want you to think about this. People have an issue with the president. The president was married before, had kids. Now his kids are basically working with him in the White House. If you remember, he had baby mama drama. He couldn't see his kids for a very long time. And we're talking about a guy who is, by all accounts, the picture of white privilege. He had to pay child support, not see his kids, deal with baby mama drama, and not be able to parent his kids probably the way he would like in a privileged situation. And this guy becomes president, and those very kids over time wind up working for him and basically wind up working in the White House. You don't see their mama nowhere around, do you? The reason I bring that up and say that is because if that's the case for a silver spoon white guy, what do you think it is for everybody else? Now, and the behavior that's being taught, what do you think is going on? Because like when I go to schools now, because of all the school shootings in the suburbs, man, you buzzed in. It's basically lockdown, shut down, prison. These school shooters have really turned these schools into one way in, one way out institutions. This straight up set up like prisons now. You know, you go to the door, you walk in, beep, they look at you in the camera, look at you through the window. He's good. Let him in. But where did they get the behavior came from? Kids from these single parent households who felt like they could do whatever, and the school system who allowed them to do whatever because they can't discipline rebels because they taught rebellious nature. You know what? I'm done. I'm out because this is aggravating me. It's early in the morning. I wanted to get this stuff done early. I'm going to the gym. I'm through. Peace.